Today we've got 10 orders going out for $340, so let's get started. First thing we have going out is Crocs canvas slip-on shoes, loafers. They are size 11 and they're men's brown. This is in bin E, so that's right here behind us. Picked these up at a thrift store. I'm into them for $3. These sold for $32.15, and the buyer is paying $11.60 in shipping. Next thing we have going out, we sold some candy canes, believe it or not, and they're going to be over here on shelf 16. Pull up the photo real quick. Okay, these are the blueberry ones, and I think it's these ones right here. And we had 3 boxes going out. Oops. Into each box for 25 cents. Picked these up at RA clearance. All 3 of these sold for $14.75, and the buyer is paying $10.80 in shipping, but these are going through eBay international shipping. Next thing we have going out, these are vintage Osiris, and in the title I put NYC 83 SLM girls sneakers, skater shoes. They are women's size 6, and I also put pink and green. These are in bin C3. Let's go to the other side. Still got them wrong. Into these for $4 at a local thrift store. These sold for $37.36, and the buyer is paying $13.60 in shipping. Okay, we have another free magazine going out. We actually have 2. One came in right before I started videoing, so I went and pulled them and just set them right here. So these are the official Clue Whodunit. So 2 different buyers. This sold for $4.21, and the buyer is paying $8.60 in shipping. And the reason the shipping is so high is, remember correctly, yes, there's advertisements in here. You can see right on the back page. So if there's any advertisement whatsoever in a magazine, it cannot go out media mail. Okay, this next item, buyer sent me a message and said if I would accept $24, and so I looked at it and I said, yep, we've already sold one of these lots of magazines off. This isn't another one. This is a vintage lot of 24 Annie's Croquet to go, and this is in bin I2. Right over here. I believe it's these ones. Yes. So picked up an entire box of a bunch of crochet books, and just lotted them together into different sets. And I believe the whole box, see if I put it in here. Yes, the whole box I paid $5 for. These sold for $24 even, and the buyer is paying $6.35 in shipping. Okay, next item, we've got a pair of kids' cleats going out. These are Nike Alpha Huarache. These are Nike Alpha Huarache Varsity Youth Size 4Y cleats. And in the title, I put black, red baseball. And this is in Q3, so that's going to be over here. Let's pull this one out. Slide this guy over. I believe it's these ones right here. Just double check the listing. Paid $3 for these at a local thrift store. These sold for $15.26, and the buyer is paying $12.50 in shipping. Okay, now we're pulling, it's a women's health touring station fitness home gym exercise resistance bands. And I did put new open box. That's on shelf 09. Ah, there they are right there. Ended this for $2 at the from the local thrift store here in town. This sold for $16.14, and the buyer is paying $12.45 in shipping. Got a pair of Levi's going out. These are men's Levi's. These are 517 boot cut, 32 by 29, and I put new without tags. This is in Q2. Right here. Let's see, did I have a custom SKU on that? No. Q2. Let's just pull this down. I think these are them here, 32.29. Yes. Paid $3 at the local thrift store here in town. These sold for $31.41, and the buyer is paying $10.10 in shipping. Now, this next item, I thought these would probably take a little bit to sell, and picked these up at local thrift store just last week and got them listed over the weekend. And in the box, it had a bunch of train stuff, and the whole box I paid $3 for. So that is right here. As you see, I have 3 brand new ones still in the box. But this buyer came in and bought these 2, and I listed these as used, obviously. These sold for $24.61, and the buyer is paying $6.75 in shipping. Today we've got 8 orders going out, so let's get to work. First thing we have going out is we have a Waterford Red Snowman Crystal. Does date back to 2008, and it's a 4-inch ornament. Picked this up at local thrift store after Christmas, and it's going to be right down here, and I've got all that stuff stacked on there. That's not good. Give me a second, I'll be right back. Okay, got all that stuff moved out of the way. It's stuff I pulled off in my death pile to get listed. So, let's see here. I have a couple Waterford crystals. I believe it's this one right here. Double check. Yes. So, pick this up at local thrift store for $10. This sold for $34.76, and the buyer is paying $8.45 in shipping. Okay, next thing we have going out, another thrift store item. Picked this up at the same thrift store, but at different times. I just picked up this ink and seen how it sold, and I listed it, I believe, probably earlier in the week. Sold the color off, now the black ones. And they had another one, I probably should have picked it up at the thrift store. Let's see, that is in S3. We're not even at the right bin. All right, let's go to S3. Oh yeah, that's one of our newer bins. You see, I haven't even put my regular label on there yet. I know we sold this, so I'll pull this right now. I'll talk about that in a second. Okay. This one right here. Into this for $10. This sold for $32.15, and the buyer is paying $6 in shipping. Okay, now the next thing is this Dazzle DVD Recorder Plus. Picked this up. What did I pay for this? Picked this up at thrift store for $5. It is brand new in the package. This sold for $22.91, and the buyer is paying $8.60 in shipping. Okay, next thing is we have a magazine going out, and it'll be better if I go over here because I know it's right. So I put some new magazines up here. It's this one right here, the story of Carrie Fisher. Again, my magazines I get free at the thrift store. This sold for $6.92, and the buyer is paying $4.13 in shipping. Next thing going out, picked up this hat. I'm into it for 50 cents. And when I got it, I really didn't see comps, and I was like, it's probably gonna sit forever. But no, it sold within 12 hours. Probably could have got more for it, but okay, it's in S2, which is where we keep all of our hats. Should be right on top. Yep, it's this one right here. This is an Imperial golf hat. It is a snapback. It is used. I didn't even wash it. It was like it. You can still see there's some maybe light sweat stains on there, but I did list this as used. This sold for $12.95, and the buyer is paying $5.95 in shipping. Okay, we sold another glove, and I didn't put the bin, but it should be in one of these newer bins. It's not that one. I don't think I saw it in here. No, that's mostly shoes down there. It's not in this one. Oops. I go breaking stuff. That's all shoes. Okay, I think I know where I put it. Let's see if I remember correctly. I think I put it over here. In one of these bins here. Could be in this one. Nope. All right, let me set the camera down. I'll be right back. Okay, was able to track it down. I had listed two gloves at the same time, and so I went on the computer and looked up the other one, and that one's in P2. So that should be where this glove is. All right, where in the heck did I put my phone? I hate when I do that. All right. Oh, here it is right here. Okay. So it's this right here. It's a Wilson. It's an A500. Paid $2 at local thrift store. This sold for $32.15, and the buyer is paying $11.60 in shipping. Okay, we've got a Bible going out. This is in I3. That's going to be down here. Should be this one. That's the only black one I have in here. Yes. So this is an English Standard Version. It is a Crossway. Got this at the local thrift store for free. This sold for $13.01, and the buyer is paying $4.87 in shipping. And the last thing we're pulling is we sold some more of the trains. And I know those are in D2. It's these three right here. They're coal cars. You can see right there. So bought a box of train stuff, and the whole box I paid $3 for. Sold two of the open cars. Those sold first. Now all of these three are going out. These sold for $35.66, and the buyer is paying $10.80 in shipping. I picked these up. Nose. Another one of the Clue magazines, sold for $4.41, and the buyer is paying $8.70 in shipping.